Ruth, thank you so much for chatting with me about why you call Arkansas home and being a part of I Am Arkansas. Would love to just dive right in and ask you, why do you live in Arkansas? Why do you live in Little Rock, Arkansas, Ruth?
Well, it wasn't anything I ever planned. I will tell you that I grew up in Oklahoma, and we looked down on Arkansas. We for whatever reason,
Mm-hmm.
we thought Arkansas was more backward. And I remember jokes about, well, they don't wear shoes in Arkansas.
Mm-hmm. Heard
So,
that.
so literally, that was not in my plan to ever live in Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
And then another funny thing about living in Arkansas is the first I ever met from Arkansas was a guy named Don Dietz, and it was on a blind date. And he said, "Oh, your name is Ruth. The elephant at our zoo is named Ruth." So that was like one of the first things I
So
learned about.
romantic.
I know. Oh, how fun.
Mm,
The elephant.
that's what
Anyway,
you want to hear. Yeah.
but actually, that's kind of one of the cool things about Arkansas, because now I know the family of the Ruth that the real elephant was named for, because
Oh,
it's such a small state. So that's,
yeah.
it's such a small town in so many ways. So that that was kind of fun. But anyway, I ended up marrying that guy named Don Dietz, and he, after we'd been married a couple of years, he actually died in Vietnam.
Mm.
And at the time, I was in school, and so I got my master's degree. I had a widow's pension from the Army. I had no other responsibilities except me, and I could have gone anywhere I wanted. And I literally considered, well, maybe I should just move to San Francisco. It's the coolest city I've ever been in. Or maybe I should go to New York. Oh no, that sounded kind of scary. And I knew I didn't want to go back to Oklahoma City, but I loved Don's parents, Eileen and Charlie Dietz. And so it actually was a pretty easy choice.
Mm.
I could have gone anywhere, but I thought I'll move to Little Rock because there are people there that I really love,
Mm.
and why not? So that's how I ended up in Arkansas.
It's a really beautiful, beautiful, bittersweet story. Thank you for sharing that.
Well, bittersweet because of the loss of Dawn and all that, but I mean, what a lucky choice for
Mm.
me, and to have had that choice. So
Yeah. And so you stayed. And so it's been how many years since you've lived here?
54,
Wow.
55, something like that. Yeah. And I can't imagine being happy someplace else. This
Have you
is
ever thought of, sorry, say that again?
this is absolutely the place I want to be.
Have you ever thought about leaving?
Well, not seriously about leaving, but I've imagined what it might be like to live somewhere else,
Mm.
and it never measures up.
Mm. What
So,
are some of your favorite memories of living in it? Even if you had one that stands out about the place that you live.
I don't know. I mean, there's so many um, really wonderful things about being here. Maybe we need to come back to favorite memories, and
Yeah.
obviously
What are your favorite things about the state?
say that again.
What are your favorite things about the state?
Oh, I love I love the outdoors, and
Mm.
I love the fact that we are close to great river rafting and kayaking and canoeing and all of that, and we're close to mountains we can climb, and we have a wonderful set of trails all over. And I mean, here's something that I heard when I first moved here, and that is that the Gulf of Mexico used to come up to the bottom of Cantrell Hill. I don't know if that's true or not.
What?
Yeah, that the water used to come up that far from the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh.
Um, but that is one of the things that I love the most about Arkansas, is that there is a Cantrell Hill and then there are mountains, because I came from Oklahoma, which is like flat.
Yeah, very different. Yeah.
And brown. I'll never forget the first time after I lived here for a while that I drove back to Oklahoma and saw how brown it was. Number one, it's not beautiful and lush like Arkansas is, and how darn flat. I mean, the Oklahoma City has one hill. It's a speed bump.
That's funny.
And that's it. So anyway,
so yeah,
I love the top, but that's not the only thing.
Yeah.
I love about the state. The other thing that I have found, and this is true in Oklahoma too, and other places certainly, but the people here are really nice. Even people that I don't agree with philosophically or politically or theologically, those people that we don't have a lot in common in some ways are still really nice. And that's across the board. People will go out of their way to help you. They'll help you find something. If you're lost, they'll pick up something if you drop it. I mean, they'll say, go ahead, in front of me, kind of thing. They'll let you in on traffic, kind of stuff. I mean, people in the state are really, really nice people. And I think that that's a real good thing about living here.
Thank you, Ruth. One more question. Do you have any hopes for Arkansas moving forward?
I really do. I'm actually very troubled right now about some of the things that are happening to our education system and to some groups of people that I think are being targeted. I'm particularly concerned about our trans friends. And at the same time, really, really worried about our gay and lesbian and bisexual friends, because I think it's easy to slide backwards. And I feel like that we're making poor decisions based on fear. So I really, really hope that some of those nice people start making the decisions for our state. I'm really quite frightened right now. I'm quite frightened about the autonomy of women to control their bodies and to make their choices and to do the thing that's right for them. So there are some trends that are going on right now that scare me and that make me sad. So I really do hope that we have some new leaders that understand how important it is that we include everyone and that we're fair to everyone. I'm destroyed about the idea that you would restrict books. I just go, what are you thinking?
Yeah.
That's the way. I mean, to read a book about somebody who's not like me is the way I learn. And that's the way young people learn too, is to read books. And I'm just really, I'm frightened and distressed about some of the decisions that are being made right now that affect me, my children, and people I love. So,
Thank you so much for sharing and for chatting about this place that you love and this place that you called home for so long, and also what your hopes are for the future. I really appreciate you taking the time.
You bet.